Alright, let's get ready for one of the most common IELTS cue cards. Describe your current job or studies. This can be a full cue card exam question, or it can be in the introduction of yourself to the examiner. Now, I want to make something clear right from the start. Prepare doesn't mean memorize. You don't need to write a perfect speech and repeat it word for word in a test. That will sound stiff, unnatural, even robotic. And examiners will pick that up immediately. Instead, prepare. Preparing means thinking about the topic, building some vocabulary, and practicing to speak out loud. The last bit is the most important. Practice speaking out loud what you've prepared. So, how do you do that? Let's break it down. Most of these cue cards about education or work follow the same pattern. They ask, what do you do? Your job or your studies? Where do you do it? Why do you choose it? And how do you feel about it? That's already your structure. Four mini points: what, where, why, and your feelings. In your 1 minute preparation time, just note a word or two for each box. Then, when you start talking, you move through them naturally. But what will really push your answer higher is your choice of words. Many candidates only say busy, good, interesting. That's all okay, but they won't impress. You have to back it up with more words describing what's interesting, how is it busy, why is it busy, and good. Yes, do use the word good. Yes, my job is good, my studies is good because something, something, something. My job is good because I get to meet people every day, I get to see my colleagues and interact with them. Here are 10 words and phrases that are useful for almost any job or study. Listen carefully. You learn these and then you can adapt them to your own situation. For example, the word busy. The other word that you can say is demanding. You can say, my work is busy. It's busy and demanding. For example, my nursing placement was demanding. It required long hours and full concentration. It can be your job. My job as an assistant writer, my job as an IT technician was demanding, is demanding because it requires long hours and full concentration. Yes, most jobs are demanding, and you can use this word. But it's also rewarding. You can say, my job is challenging and very busy, but it's rewarding. Why? Because it's helping people. If you're a doctor, it's helping patients. And this gives me a real sense of purpose. If you're a teacher, yes, this is helping young people, students, young adults that are the future of our country. And this gives me a real sense of purpose. So all occupations have their purpose in society. What's yours? Think about it. Then you can use this word rewarding and sense of purpose quite readily. Just fit in any of your own situation. Versatile. This word is very versatile. So versatile means very um versatile means like very useful. You can do this, you can do that. So a good example to explain this word is in a sentence, using it in context. My degree in business is versatile because it can lead to many different career paths. I can work in marketing, I can work for a big company, for a small company, and I can also start my own business because I have the skills from my degree, which is very versatile. Hmm. Now the word monotonous. I think I've discussed this in a different video before. Monotonous. On the other hand, some office tasks are really monotonous. It's filling in the endless spreadsheet. Monotonous means mono means one, tonus means tone. So it's just one flat tone. No variation. Very boring. So monotonous. The job of a doctor can be rewarding, but sometimes it's also quite monotonous. And you can explain why. The same thing that's rewarding can also be monotonous if you say it in a different way. I see patients day in, day out, every day. Yeah, the same thing every day. People with illnesses, people with problems, that sort of thing. Or you can say, yeah, teaching can be monotonous. You sort of teach the same topics every day. I'm an English teacher, so I teach the same book, same textbook, same grammar lessons, same stories every day, year after year. So that can be monotonous. But it's rewarding because every year the children that come through are different. Everyone has different personality, different character, and each one is unique on their own. Let's go through the other words quicker. Insightful. Insightful. Example sentence. I found out psychology lectures insightful. They gave me a new way to look at human nature. Being a teacher is insightful because you see many characters, many behaviors, and you understand human behavior better. Studying a business degree gave me insight into the workings of a company, how businesses run, how to market your products, etc. Transferable skills, that's very important because we are all moving from job to job nowadays. So skills from one job can be moved, can be transferred to another job. This is usually the more general type of skills that you can't study. For example, teamwork, organization, leadership. So these are skills as well as other more concrete skills. Workload. You know what's that? My workload is really heavy. During exam, my workload as a teacher is really heavy, really demanding, and quite stressful. And broaden my horizons. This is a good phrase to learn. It's a 3-word phrase. Broaden my horizons. So this means seeing lots of things, the whole horizon. You can start to broaden out your horizon. Traveling broadens out my horizon. Meeting people in my work broadens my horizon. Practical application, career prospects. Practical application. What I enjoy is the practical application of the theory I studied, like using maths in real life projects. Engineering, career prospects. That means good future opportunities. Engineering offers strong career prospects, which keeps me motivated. And now, of course, you don't need to use all 10, but if you can bring in 2 or 3 naturally, you'll sound much more advanced. Now let's add some standard phrases to connect your ideas smoothly. One of the main reasons I chose this is One of the main reasons I chose to be a teacher is Say your reason. Don't follow mine. One of the main reasons I chose this profession, this job, is because it's rewarding. Even though it's demanding, it is still rewarding. Second phrase, think about it. What I find most rewarding. So you can use this word in this phrase now. What I find most rewarding is. Another phrase, comparing one to the other. On the one hand, on the one hand, sometimes it can be this. On the other hand, it can be that. So you can use the same phrase like this. On the one hand, it is demanding, but on the other hand, it's exciting, it's rewarding. And then once you're given one good side, one bad side, you can use this phrase. Overall, this experience has helped me to do this. Overall, my job as a teacher is really positive and I'm enjoying it. So you see how these phrases give your answer a beginning, a middle, or an end. It feels fluent, not like a list. And here's another point. Preparation should also be personal. Any subject that you come up with, that you're thinking about, think about what's real for you. If you're in medicine, you might talk about workload. If you're in IT, you might highlight transferable skills. If you're in design, maybe the practical application of creativity. Use the general words I've given. Use them in your context, your situation, but also add specific ones that truly belong to your field. That's how you make your answer sound authentic. And finally, and this is important, practice out loud. I keep saying this. So don't just think of it in your head. Don't just write down your notes. Don't just whisper. Speak it out loud. Only during the exam, in that 1 minute preparation, you can mouth it, whisper to yourself, and that's okay. Say them quietly under your breath. Show that the examiner that you're thinking about topic. Aim for 1 or 2 sentences in each point. What, where, why, and the most important I suggest all the time is your feelings. How you feel about it. Add your own unique experiences to share. Yes, share with the examiner. So, to sum up, preparation means thinking, not memorizing. Use the 4 box structure for this and any other topics, cue cards. Add high level words like rewarding. You only have to learn it once. Use it well, and you can use it across many topics that you get. Practical application can be used for lots of things. Practice linking with the smooth phrases that I suggested. The phrases that brings a beginning and wraps up things. And always make it personal to your own job, your own studies, your own situation. So in the next video, I'll give you full model answers, just example answers so that you can see the form, not for you to memorize, but for you to listen and use it as, something that you can create your own very answer. It will also give you an idea how all these words that I've talked about today can be used in one conversation.